This is take 2 of Two Whites and a Blue. Yeah. I just made this joke. I'll make it again since Mike wasn't on. God. It's just one white and one blue because Will's not here yet again. He's completely removed himself from the podcast.
Yeah, he doesn't like us anymore.
The Enterprise actually doesn't need him, but he's on a flight to Scotland. Is that a Scottish accent?
Yeah.
What's he doing there? Who's he with? He's with the band again?
I don't know. I think it's just an excuse.
The band?
No, yeah, the band. No. It's I think his grandma takes him and like her whole fucking family. Like she takes all of them over there, like every.
So Jane's there too.
So. I think so. Yeah.
Wow, really?
Jane and then like her Will's uncles.
Party at Will's house tonight.
Yeah, with Pat.
100%.
Yeah. But yeah,
coming for you, Pat.
So that's I guess where Will is. I think he just took off. He'll be landing in 5 hours, bro.
He was supposed to call in, but he
said it was impossible.
Well, he didn't splurge on the good Wi-Fi on the flight. So yeah, you can't call in if you don't get the Wi-Fi. That's not news. You're not breaking any news there. God bless you, Will. We were talking on the
trip, buddy.
Yeah, we were talking on the first take about where you spent your money last week, which we do every week. So go ahead, tell me a bit about your weekend last weekend. I will give you. So you went somewhere and
we had our annual. So we have a thing called the Gutty Gang, which is basically our group of friends. Yeah, we do it every year. It's been like the last 3 years we've done it. So it was just basically the reason why we call ourselves the fucking Gutty Gang, which it's
a great name.
Sick name. Sick.
It is a sick name.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty good, but not like considering the documentaries I've been watching, man. Shit can get a shot.
Really?
Yo, yeah. I've been watching.
The Gutty Gang can get a shot?
No, just fucking. There's a gang in Compton called the Nutty Block. So I've been fucking all over that.
We can't put that on a shirt. The Nutty Block.
Nutty Block, Compton Crips. So anyway, whatever. That's another fucking topic. But
that's episode 10.
Yeah. What time? The Crip.
This is episode 9.
Yeah. So it's the origins of this. It's basically me, Will.
Yeah.
And then 2 of our other friends, Sophie and Claire, we decided to go out for brunch one morning, randomly. And then we were sitting there, we were drinking, whatever, having some day drinks because we're degenerates.
As one does at brunch, though.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I decided to say, do you guys want to go bowling? So we just fucking went for brunch to bowling, and then we got obliterated the whole day.
Yeah.
And then basically it's turned into that every year. We do that. So Aberdeen Tavern is where we go to brunch, and for those of you who don't know, it's a pretty nice ritzy place. Like, let's just say I ordered a coffee and they asked what I wanted in it, and I said double, and the guy looked at me like I had 4 heads.
Do you know what Aberdeen Tavern is? It's a place where you have to wear dark jeans or better. That's what it is.
Dark jeans is a benchmark?
Dark jeans or better.
Oh, it has to, or dress pants is the next step.
Must.
Right, yeah.
It's a must.
Yeah. Talk to Nick Snake Dart. He was not wearing that.
Like any place where the waitress comes to you and asks you if you want, how you want your eggs, and you say, I don't know, anything besides scrambled, and they come back cooked poorly. Oh. Aberdeen Tavern's not doing that.
No, it's coming back eggs Benedict.
They got it down.
Man,
They put the accent on the I in hollandaise.
I got a pulled pork. There's Scoop. What's going on?
What's up, Scoop?
I got a pulled pork eggs Benedict, I think is what it was.
That's decent.
It was fucking unbelievable.
Pulled pork on eggs Benedict?
So good.
That's a Hamilton thing, I think.
Holy shit, man. It was so good.
Pulled pork on an eggs Benedict seems like it'd be greasy as hell.
Yeah, and it was like, I made sure to go to the gym in the morning and blah, 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 all that shit, right? Because I knew I was going to have like a good meal. I'm like, I got there and I ate it, and it was rich, man. It sat heavy.
How much did the eggs Benedict and pulled pork cost?
My bill, and
you drank too, obviously.
Oh yeah.
How much? What'd you have to drink? Caesar or mimosa?
No, I had beer.
Because
the beer was.
They serve you beer on breakfast?
Fuck yeah. The beer was the cheapest thing they had, and it was like actually a pretty good beer. It was like all craft beer. I couldn't even. It was I think it was a Vancouver kind of beer. I don't know what it was, but it was pretty good. It was an IPA.
The kind of place that would serve you craft beer at breakfast.
Yeah,
for sure.
But like that was $6. A mimosa was $9, and it was like what do you get? Like a splash of champagne? You might as well get a beer.
Is it champagne, vodka, and orange juice?
No, I think it's just champagne. It would be cool if it was vodka.
What an embarrassment. These people should be ashamed of themselves for charging
It's
for
not
that.
a stiff mosa.
No.
That should be decent if it was.
It's a mom mosa.
Yeah, it's weak.
Do you know that your sister watches television programs here literally 5 nights a week where it's only like 45 to 55, actually probably 65-year-old women, and every scene they're either crying or drinking mimosas.
That's like
or
their
getting
drink of
plastic
choice
surgery or some combination of the three. Every show.
They had a rough day, so they go get a nose job.
I don't know. It's incredible.
Where did like, oh man, I'm just like all the money. Where does that money come from?
We can't talk about that on the show.
Yeah, fair,
but
fair.
But knows. Okay, so you go here. What was your bill? What was the damage?
Oh my, it had to have been like
$60.
Nah, it was like $50.
That's a lot.
$50, but he took like but I had 2 beers, maybe 3. I think I only had 2 beers, and then no, it wasn't even $50. It was only $40.
$50 because you can get 18 eggs for like $4 at the store. So it's a lot. Like no matter how you cut it.
Oh yeah.
If
you're looking at it like that, yeah, of course. I could just do groceries, and I could have gotten a full week worth of groceries for $50.
Do you think that $50 is too much for a breakfast at a place like Aberdeen Tavern? Aberdeen Tavern, like you can't get a dinner there for less than, I don't know, $70. If you drink and have an app, you're going
there with someone, which is a great place to go to take someone on a first date or something like that.
If you
take great move.
You take someone to Aberdeen Tavern on a first date.
No, maybe second.
Oh
second or third,
man, I'd be like, I don't know. I mean,
second or third, but I don't really care about spending money on that.
It's expensive as all hell.
That's all right. I don't mind spending money. If I'm taking someone out, I'm going to take someone out.
Okay, so you drop $50 at Aberdeen Tavern.
Yeah.
What time is it when you leave? You hand your $50 in. What time is it?
1:15.
How many beers deep are you?
Two. I had
2 beers.
before, so yeah, 3.
Hang on one second.
Of course I'm pre-drinking.
What did you say?
Of course I'm pre-drinking.
You pre-drank.
Of course.
For breakfast.
Why wouldn't you?
Gutty gang.
It's a whole...
Gutty gang brunch. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Brunch, by the way.
See this? Okay, no. This is why I don't mind spending the money. Because once a fucking year, man, we go hard and we do this shit. It's like, and it's not even like it's that bad. It's like I've heard $50 bill. I've done that.
I've heard you tell a lot of like half truths and stretch things, like all the time. I've heard you say it to your parents to ask you something, and I know it's not true, and you just be like, "Yep, did this." A second ago, you said that once a year you like to go hard.
Yeah. No. Okay. Fine.
And so I would argue that it's probably closer to 20 or 30 times a year.
Oh, it's more than that.
For sure, it's a lot.
It's once a week.
So you pre-drink for breakfast.
Yeah.
You and the gutties.
Yes.
1 o'clock.
Then we go to the bowling alley.
Bowling alley, far less classy.
It was
Aberdeen Tavern's got 5 stars on Yelp.
Yeah?
It must. And the bowling alley you went to probably doesn't even have a Yelp review.
I can't believe it's still open.
It's unbelievable.
Can't believe it's still open. Like the curtains in there, they definitely were white before, and now they're yellow from back in the 80s and 90s when you get smoke in there.
It was on Vogue.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's a shit bowling alley, and like you get sick from drinking. You get hammered from drinking the beer.
What do you guys call it again?
What? I don't know.
The Lames?
I don't know. I'm not part of that.
Was it No, it's not Sherwood University Lames.
That's not me. I don't know.
Sponsorship slots available for University Lames.
Yeah, I got no stake in that.
It's glow in the dark bowling.
Yeah, they turned it on for us.
100%.
And the lady was like, I put on the 90s playlist for you guys. Or like, because it was only us in there.
Oh, who is DJing?
The lady put on a CD.
Was it that girl that's always there?
No. She was like a middle-aged. She was new. I'd never seen her before.
So this is the kind of bowling alley for people who are not affiliated. Because people are listening to this who don't know anything about the things we're talking about, which is great. This place, one time I ordered a Caesar at the bar.
Oh, I got something to say. Go ahead.
And they didn't know how to make it. You don't know how to make a fucking Caesar?
Yeah.
What do you guys have on tap? Oh, we got Coors Light and Bud Light.
Yeah, okay, then if you pull, like you could pull one tap, and it could be a Bud tap, and you're getting Coors.
Yeah,
and they don't give a fuck. It's like you
haven't changed.
You get what we
gas
give you.
In months.
Oh my God, yeah.
Disgusting.
But yo, this is new level shit. I've never seen this kind of.
This day.
This is from this day.
Okay.
I've never seen this before.
What time is it when this happened?
Probably 2. Like we were like no, this was like right away. Sorry, this was like early on. Like we just got pitchers and we're sitting down there setting the game up and whatever, about to start bowling and pouring beers, right? And then so we start pouring beers and Sophie's boyfriend gets his glass.
Carl's there too.
Carl is there. He gets his glass, there's a fucking name on the glass. Like they're plastic cups.
Yeah.
So they were used before. They just washed plastic cups. It was like, I'm like, there's no way.
That can't be true.
Well.
Did you at least get a voucher for a free game?
I didn't give a fuck.
Someone needs to get a voucher for a free game in a bowling alley where they were reusing plastic cups.
I didn't give a shit. I was just like, what? I was like, what? I just expected that.
They charge so much money at that place.
That is what pisses me off. Like you can go to Splitsville, which is like a corporate, you know, and it's cheap.
It's a fucking full feature arcade.
It's everything, and it's
restaurant.
Always packed.
Yeah,
packed. It's like a bar. It's like a club. Some
it is.
nights,
It's like Boston Pizza.
It's a
good
time. It's a good time going to Splitsville, and then like you go to this place where it's like. That's what you would expect from a place like this, where they just like let everything slide and like they don't give a shit. You can do coke in the bathroom, you can smoke in the bathroom, you know what I mean? Shit like that.
Those bathrooms, the urinals.
Oh my god.
I don't know what it is about those things, but like, I know exactly what it is actually. They're too close together, so that your feet are always touching another guy's feet.
Oh yeah, they're intimate.
While your dick is there.
They're intimate.
Why do we gotta touch toes? I don't want to do that in the bathroom. Buddy behind you.
Are you making friends?
The stall is one of those stalls where they like cheaped out when they're measuring the dimensions. So the door closes, but the gap, instead of it being like a 1/4 inch, it's like 1.5 inches. Yeah, so you can make eye contact with the guy taking a shit in the mirror while you're washing your hands.
Yeah,
and you like, what am I doing here? I wish my Caesar was better. It would make this more bearable, but I had to tell the girl she had to put Tabasco in it.
They don't even have Tabasco. She's in like Frank's hot sauce.
They don't. They wrote it with a marker on the old Frank's hot sauce.
That's why we keep going there. It's just funny shit like that. It's shit. So you only go there once a year. We're going there soon. We're going there soon again.
Yeah, a couple weeks, right?
Yeah. So so fine. Like usually around the Christmas time we go, but we go there because we can walk home, right?
I've never walked home from there.
I have tons.
I don't live in Dundas. But even when before me and your sister moved in, we never walked back to your parents' place from there.
Well, we walked there.
We did walk there once.
So you can have a couple beers on the way.
You send it after your expensive dark jeans brunch. You walk down the street with no sidewalk.
Man, I gotta tell you, I never felt more at home when I walk into that bowling alley.
100%.
Man, when we're in there, in Aberdeen Tavern, everyone's just like, people are there like giving us side eyes and like looking at us because we don't care. It's like, what are they gonna kick us out? We're paying customers.
I heard that at Aberdeen Tavern, you guys were unruly. You and Will, the co-host of this podcast.
Who said that? Kenzie?
I'm making eye motions up the staircase.
See, this is an opinion I don't care about.
She said you guys were banging your cutlery on the table. yeah.
No. No, we were playing hockey.
Upsetting the patrons.
We were playing hockey. Like I had my knife and I was stick handling.
That's even worse.
Whatever. I don't give a shit.
Doesn't matter.
What does it matter?
I'll tell you what. If you pay and they don't kick you out, it's fine.
Yeah, it was fine. Nothing happened. Nothing 100%. Happened.
100%.
There was like at least one other group in there like us anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel nothing. I don't give
lunch.
A fuck.
It's lunch.
Man, and it's like, dude, who gives a shit?
I walked by there one time what was I doing? It was in the summer on a Friday. And I was walking with a buddy of mine from work over to Zarky's. And walked past Aberdeen Tavern. And there was a bunch of girls, like probably university age, obliterated on their patio. Obliterated.
In Aberdeen Tavern. Oh, yes. In Zarky's.
Yeah, no, the Aberdeen Tavern is a patio in between the two buildings. So you can sit outside, right?
Smashed.
Obliterated. And I thought to myself, like, I am pretty sure last time I went in there was a cup for my wine and a cup for my water and like 3 forks on the side of my dish.
Oh, yeah.
These chicks are in here like completely blasted.
What age?
They were like 20 years old.
Nice.
Which is fine.
Nice. I can't believe they had the money to do that.
Yeah, listen.
No, it's not cheap to drink there.
Everyone pays on credit.
This
is a finance podcast, and so I'm obligated to say that you shouldn't take on debt to drink mimosas in the middle of the fucking day.
Fuck.
Pay your student loans, okay? Bernie Sanders doesn't come here to save you.
You think they're like from out of towners?
Well, you're part of the 1% of the 2%. We're gonna cancel all your debts.
You think they're the people that like from out of town coming to Mac and living here and shit?
For sure.
I never thought about McMaster being like a place where people come to live like from out of town. Like, you know, like we go to, I just like for,
which is
I know,
weird
of course it is.
Because you live that way.
Of course it is. Like, I just like, it's just dawning on me right now. I'm like, oh yeah, people are definitely not from here.
No.
That are like abundance living here. Like, living here, like a lot of them.
Oh yeah, they're wild.
And it's not even, I'm like, we have one of the biggest universities in the province.
In the country.
In the country, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, there's most people.
Oh yeah, that's
not
right. There's
from here.
100,000
Like,
transplants here every year.
I'm so dumb, man. So stupid.
What else did you do that day? You guys, I saw a couple of pictures of what looked like a Simon and Garfunkel album cover reenactment from you and Will.
Well, the bangs came in, that's for sure.
What?
Sometimes you got to go back in time.
The what came in?
Oh, you didn't see the picture?
Oh, I did.
Well,
Yes.
Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, that is what I'm talking about.
Good picture. Good picture. Yeah, we went back to Claire's house and then continued to drink and
of course.
Then we just had sausages. It was like,
how many cigarettes did you smoke that night? 20, 30?
No, fuck no.
40.
I'm on the come down of those things, man. That was my unofficial last time.
I have seen you burn through.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
See, this is the
like
thing.
that episode of King of the Hill where Hank makes Bobby smoke 1,000 cigarettes till he throws up or whatever. But you do that on your own accord. You do. You have a single beer and then you just blast through.
See, this is fucking all exaggerated, extended truth.
You make you impersonate the face of the girl with like the hole in her throat on the thing. You're like, give me another cigarette.
No. See, this is the thing. Like, I only smoke when I drink.
Yes.
So, and like I do smoke when I drink. So basically, all I'm really doing is making up for lost time when I'm not drinking. So I gotta catch up. I got a lot of work to do. So like, man, like it is funny though. Like Will and I were at. Like, it wasn't really a party. It was like there was like 6 people in there, and Will and I went out for cigarettes, and then like we just stayed outside because that's usually what happens, right? You just kind of stay outside. Yeah. People just recycle through. I'm just like, oh, I'll fucking have another one because the conversation's always good.
Yeah.
So then we're just sitting outside, and then like this girl comes out. She's like, can you guys like come back inside? Like it's really boring in here. We're like, me and Will are just like, we've been outside for like an hour and a half. Like, oh fuck, yeah, I guess we'll stop smoking and go inside.
Why don't you tell her to be cool and have a cigarette?
Come on outside. Come on. She fucking wants. She'll take mine. I'm like, fuck off. But no, this last time was like, I'm gonna give her a good attempt to stop fucking doing this shit before it like becomes a real addiction.
How many dollars all said and done?
Lots.
No, I don't mean on cigarettes, but that's good to know that you spent lots of money on cigarettes.
In my whole time smoking, lots. Not enough.
How many dollars did you spend on that Saturday? Between
not as much as I thought, but not as much as I gave myself.
Under 150.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's a full day.
Yeah, like I allowed myself $200.
Yeah,
I allowed that.
Yeah.
So, but that like 150 is including lunch, bowling, and then or brunch, whatever, and then beers after,
dinner.
Anything, right? Anything to chip in. Like I bought a veggie tray.
Claire made dinner, right? Sausages or whatever.
Yeah, but I pitched a veggie tray, whatever. I just like everything all included, probably under $150, which is pretty good.
It's pretty good
for like my one day a year that we spend a lot of money on purpose.
That is good.
So that's not bad. Like I have like there's been days where I spent tons more, but like on purpose. I was like, fucking, I'm spending money. It's been a while, so.
Are you like me where the real dumb move when it comes to money is the next day, where I'll look on like my Amazon save for later list, just like fucking around in bed in the morning. I'm just fucking flipping through my phone. Something I've been looking at for 3 weeks. I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this. Then Sunday morning, you just go.
When you're hungover?
Buy now.
No, see you in
a couple days.
I thought you were gonna say like the next day, like you order a pizza, you go do this.
Oh, we do that
right?
too.
Right? Like I don't like hungover purchase items off Amazon.
So let me tell you what my Saturday.
Never have I done that.
On that note, I'll tell you what my Saturday and Sunday was like. So Saturday, I didn't come to the Gutty Gang reunion, although I have been to one, and it's exactly as you're describing. It's messy. And
it's a shit show.
It's long.
It's a shit show. Good shit show.
Although I do have the stamina for it, I can't do it.
Do you?
Like I used to. Lest we forget, the last party we had, the yard crawl, who was on the turntables?
You did pretty good. I was impressed. I couldn't believe that.
Oh my God, I was shredding, bud. Yeah, drop after drop.
Joey Dips.
So good. Send me that cha. So on my Saturday, a coach played football, went to the gym, came home. I was pressed for time after the gym, so I went to Fortino's. I grabbed chicken breasts. Not chicken breasts, like whatever, those deep fried hot food section chicken breasts.
Oh, okay.
And
like just for dinner.
And sweet potato fries. $8.
That's pretty good.
It's not great, but it's okay.
Oh, fuck.
$8. Come home, realize I got to get some monsters. Okay. Not because I'm having Monsters and vodka, because I'm tired. I got to drive to Guelph, and I got to have the Monsters on the way. I drive to Cambridge, so I have Monsters on the way.
Like plural?
I bought 2.
You're that tired?
I bought 2. I shared one with your sister, driving her down to Dundas.
Oh, okay. That's what you fucking got.
So then I'm driving to Guelph. I bust the second one open. I'm thinking to myself, should I save this? Am I going to have a vodka and Red Bull, vodka Monster? I didn't bring any vodka. I brought these same 6-pack of Coors Light that I'm drinking tonight.
To a house party?
Just me and my buddy were drinking, and then we went to meet up. His wife's pregnant. My buddy Andrew's wife is pregnant, so she drove us, me, Andrew, and another guy I know, Max.
Did you go to a bar?
We went to the Western Hotel, and then to some place called Onyx.
So you did go to a bar?
Yeah, 2 bars.
Okay.
So we get to my buddy's place. We're shooting the shit, talking about work, talking about, wives, talking about fucking his wife's pregnant, his fireplace he's building, whatever.
This guy's up to bigger and better things. And he's just going to Onyx.
Oh, he's the union VP.
Ooh.
He's the union VP. So he's like, me and him, we're thick as thieves, man.
Holy
so we're talking, whatever. And then, we're waiting for this guy, Max, to show up. And time is going by. I'll be here at 8. He's not here. 8:30, not here. 9 o'clock. Okay, I'll be there in half an hour. It's late now. It's late.
You gotta make a move.
We're not making it to the pre-drink now. This is the pre-drink.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. There was a pre.
So Andrew goes, well, we don't do this that often. I'm gonna get out the liquor. He busts out a 40 of Smirnoff and a fucking 6-pack of Monsters.
Nice.
And we blitzed that thing. Me and him finished it.
40?
Close to finish it. Max had a bit too. We close to finish it before we left at like 10:30. We go into Guelph. It's about 15 minutes away. We're obliterated.
Of course.
Obliterated. Max is in the front seat with Andrew's in the front seat with his wife. Me and Max in the back. We're talking about work. Max used to work with us too. And get to this bar. So now we're into it pretty deep. We get to the bar.
Yeah.
There's no one there. Okay.
Nice.
We're waiting for the pre-drink to show up. Anyone who's ever been to a pre-drink and tries to call cabs knows how much of a fucking hassle that is.
So annoying.
You cannot round up people.
No.
It's like herding cats.
You have like 4 cabs sitting out front.
And everyone called one. They're all waiting there.
They're all like looking like at like a 45-degree angle. Like, what?
Who do I talk to about this? Who's in charge?
I don't want it. Hold on, I'm just having one more drink. It's like, no. Like the meter's ticking, man. Like, let's move.
Get in the car. So these guys finally make it to this bar, the Western Hotel, which, by the way, nice bar. It's nice inside,
okay.
yeah. And
Like a club?
No, it's like what would I compare it to?
Like a crossover, like a
it's
pub
like
club?
It's like the Collins with a dance floor, basically.
Okay, yeah, it's
small
like a pub
dance
club.
floor.
Yeah, like maybe Gallagher's.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
That's good.
Like
That's a good comp.
pub club, right?
That's a good comp. And so we're there. Everyone shows up. I know Gallagher's too bad.
Best bar.
So everyone shows up, and it's Dan, the girl he's with, his brother, some of his friends who I know. Like, they're all good guys, whatever. They come. We have a couple of beers. This is around the time where I realize I don't have any cash. Okay?
Oh, fuck.
So I go to the ATM. And
$6 fee.
But then you got to make a decision, right?
How much cash do you get?
How much do I get? And how much do I get? If I take 40 out.
You're going to have to come back.
And it's going to cost me another $6.
Yeah.
So I say, I'm taking 80. Okay? I'll take $80.
Yeah, worst case, you take 20 home.
If I got to buy a round of shots, if I got to buy this guy a beer, that guy a beer.
Yeah, it's a birthday. It's
whatever.
Kind of,
you never know. You never know, right? So I get the money.
You at least got to buy fucking Dan a fucking drink,
of course.
Right? At least.
So I get the money out, and before I know it, we're thinking about going to this other bar, Onyx. It's got to be 12, 15, something like that. Okay, so we go to this other bar, Onyx. It's like
sounds bad.
It's like Sizzle.
Yeah,
except it's only the size of this room. Okay?
Yeah,
yeah. So like you walk in, you go up a set of stairs, and then you like this.
Oh geez, I hope I get laid tonight.
Yeah, exactly. So everyone is like kind of bouncing around, like into each other, right? So me and a couple of the guys are like at the bar, and I reach into my pocket. I'm like, I'll get a Red Bull vodka. Girl goes, $12. It's like, hang on.
I can get 4 Red Bulls.
It's $12 for a Red Bull and vodka.
You get a Mickey of vodka for that.
After midnight, prices go. Is that right? After midnight. Okay.
No, this chick's just fucking pocketing that money.
That's a
good hustle.
I was watching her dock $12 around the bar because I bought the first one. I thought I'm gonna pay attention now, see if she's doing it to everyone else. And she was. Guys, girls, didn't matter.
Man, I bet you she could be genius.
And they're all paying.
She could be
So
genius.
I'm like, all right, fine. If this is the price, that's the going rate. That's the going rate. No big deal. By the end of the night, spent that $80 easy.
Oh yeah. If it's in your pocket, you're spending it.
Exactly. So we all hop in a cab at the end of the night. We go back to my buddy's place, whatever. The next morning, that's when shit gets ugly. Okay. Your sister's on the phone. She's texting me, when are you coming home? Can you stop at McDonald's? I'm like, I'm not leaving for at least another hour. Like, I'm just waking up.
Can you get McDonald's?
My vision is still like coming into focus here. Give me an hour. I'll get McDonald's. So I go McDonald's. She wants breakfast, or she wants burgers. I get there too early. They're serving breakfast. So
They're not serving.
So I light up 2 McGriddles, 4 burritos, 2 large pops, 2 hash browns.
$24.
$28.
$28.
So $28. So I get that. Come home, munch.
Of course.
Gone in 10 seconds.
Of course.
I go to bed. Go back to bed.
Wait, you felt like shit after eating that, too.
Oh, I felt terrible.
Yeah.
Of course. Mentally, I had given up like weeks of good eating and good habits.
Yeah. One meal fucks up 3 weeks of good habits.
For what is literally like a small syrup-soaked pancake sandwich.
I know, it's so
I just demolished a couple of those. So I do that. I go to bed, whatever. I wake up later. Your sister had plans to make falafel for dinner on Sunday. She makes all kinds of weird stuff. Fine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, cool, great. I wake up, go back to the living room. I'm not making falafel. What do you want for dinner? I don't know. How about pizza and wings? Get it.
Yeah.
Sure. Order it. $35 more.
Yeah, I know.
Just blow a century almost on fucking cola, pizza, pancakes, and wings.
But you're doing it anyway. You know in your heart of hearts, like, this is always a bad call.
It's exactly what happens every time.
But it's exactly what you want at that time. You don't want to make anything, and you want that shit food.
I hate myself for it. I do.
Whatever. Now, like on a Friday, I don't even
eat like after 7:00 during the week. Like, I refuse to do it because I know that it'll affect my sleep. It'll affect
I gotta fix that about myself.
Like, I can't. I just refuse to do it now.
Yeah, I'm at a point now. Like, I just hit it like literally today.
Yeah.
Today I was just like, you know what? Fuck this. I've been lazy lately. Like, all my shit, like this, building up to this past summer.
Yeah.
My diet was in check. My workouts were in check. Everything I was doing was good. I'm like. And then I don't know what happened. I guess like winter hit, and I just got lazy. Like, I wasn't shaving.
Brutal.
My room's a mess. Like, my diet's all shitty. I'm like, oh my fuck. So today I'm like, fuck this. Clean the shit out of my room.
Hell yeah.
Shaved.
Hell yeah.
Fucking did everything. Like, eating good food. I'm like, okay, so this is. And then now it's like Friday night. I'm drinking beers.
I cleaned my desk at work today too because I thought, like, I don't want to come back to a messy desk. My desk is a mess.
I'm like walking into a clean space as opposed to like a fucking chaos.
Oh yeah, big time.
It's so refreshing, man. Like, it's like I walk in, my bed's made. I'm like, oh. Nice.
Do you know that
I like give myself a nice fucking pat on the chest.
The last time I worked out before today was the Saturday I went to Guelph. I didn't work out all week.
Why?
I just didn't fucking feel like it.
True.
This winter malaise. Like, you walk outside.
Seasonal.
Well, like, it's not even that.
Blues,
you know what I fucking hate? I hate having to bring a bag to the gym. How about that?
I know.
You don't do it? I didn't today.
I
threw on sweatpants and hoodie and left.
That's what I do every time. I'm not going into the change room. I'm going in there to take a piss.
I always wash my hands after I work out.
Of course, so do I.
Yeah. Well, you didn't say that.
The fact that I fucking had to say that is kind of pathetic because most people don't do it.
They don't do it.
And I got to tell you, when I'm taking a piss and a guy's beside me taking one and he just walks out, I'm only giving him dirty leers.
I'm not spotting you.
Never. I'm not. I see what kind of weight he's doing. I'm going up 5 pounds. So I can't go down 5.
I'm not fucking doing that weight.
Yeah. What are you doing? 90s? I guess I'm doing 95.
Yeah, I'm not jumping on
piss
that.
hands over here, touching them last.
There's an epidemic in our gym of people who are taking a piss in the change room with their head on a swivel.
Nervous?
No, I think they're just like bored. Maybe it's not a nervous swivel. It's more like when you walk into the change room, the men's change room anyway. You turn right as soon as you like pass the initial corner, and the first thing you see on your left is the row of urinals, and they have like the walls, right, the insecurity walls. And
But stage fright's real.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Stage fright's real.
I've had stage fright.
So have I.
And they got the insecurity walls. And everyone, as soon as they hear someone coming in, especially if I'm like whistling or humming something, which I always am, everyone's like this. And so the first thing you see, the first interaction
Was
you
that
have,
a noise?
if you don't talk to the girl at the front, or if there's no one at the front on a Friday night or Thursday night, whatever, when it's empty, the first interaction you have in the gym is literally making eye contact with another man who's holding his unit. It's an unpleasant way to begin a workout.
Yeah,
it is.
That's why I don't go in the change room period. When I just go in and go right to my fucking machine.
What do you just hoodie? You just go right there.
Yeah. I walk in cold. I don't care.
Yeah,
because I just go right to the cardio machine that I'm gonna warm up on, and I don't fuck it because you're right, because it does fuck your shit up. I don't like that.
Big time. I'm like,
I hate it. Oh.
I got to get back to the religious 5 or 10 minute on the bike before I start working out, regardless of what muscle group.
That was another part of my stop being so fucking lazy. Just 10 minutes of car. I've just been doing the stair climber.
Yeah, it's good.
Just do 10 minutes break, a full sweat.
Stairs are great, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
But I just do it I think I burn in 10 minutes. I burn 110 calories. It's nothing crazy, but I break a full sweat. So it's then I'm okay, I don't my hair is fucked up. I'm sweating. I'm gross. I'm okay, so I can just work out now. I don't have to I'm not thinking about looking good. I already know I look fucked. So I'm just all right, fine. I'm just going to get a good workout in.
Do you know what I've seen in the gym the last little while? Actually, I'll tease this. We'll take a break, but there's a new trend among men in the gym that I have a big problem with. Coming up right after this. Okay, so we're back. The thing about guys in the gym that I don't like is this trend of super fancy eyeglasses that I've been seeing lately. Have you noticed this or no? You don't go to a boutique gym. Not the Good Life is a boutique gym, but it's a lot
it's
more
money per month.
Yeah, it's more boutique than Crunch or wherever you're going now. There's guys in the gym who have the thinnest rim, designer glasses.
I see a couple. I think I see a couple guys like that. But it's
what
not
the fuck
enough.
is the point? Wear your contacts or wear regular glasses. You're literally in there to lift weights. The odds of you breaking your glasses during that hour
is high.
So much. It's so much higher than what it is normally.
It's high.
So what the fuck are you doing?
I have walked when
you wear glasses.
Yeah, but only not in the gym.
Okay.
But but I have designer glasses. But and to be fair, that's the only pair that I have.
Yeah.
But I'm not wearing them in the gym. I'm working. I don't want to wear glasses.
Yeah.
I'm doing explosive shit. I'm not just sitting there, on the bike. Just sitting there immobile.
How many sets of bench press is too many sets?
I don't know. What do you I know people that go in there that go and then just do bench for an hour and leave, right?
That is fucked.
But they're these guys are pretty hard. That's what they're doing. But it gets to a point where they're not exercising. They're practicing their bench press. Do you know what I'm saying? These guys are heavy lifters. They're fuck it. And I learned that. It's you want to get a better bench, you have to bench. You want a higher squat, you got to squat. You got to give yourself rest, but you got to fucking practice.
Yeah, but do you need to do my longest bench press day is I don't know. It's 8 sets.
That's a lot.
Compared to what? Sometimes I sit down on the bench.
GVT, German volume training.
I'm not doing that.
All that shit, right? There's a lot, but it just depends on what your body can deal with, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's different. I think I only do I'll do a 5x5 maybe.
5x5 is great.
That's what I usually do. And then I'll do the other shit later. What were
accessories?
You gonna say?
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that some of the times I walk into the gym, especially this time of night, if I go on a Friday, you walk in, benches are empty, squats.
Best.
It's world's
best.
roaster. I'll walk into the bench. Today I walked into bench press. I started benching, I don't know, let's say it was 7 o'clock. It wasn't because you came here at 7:30, but let's say it was 6 o'clock. Yeah. I left the gym at 10 after 7, and the guys who were benching when I got there were still there.
But they're not benching. They're just socializing. I guarantee it.
They were yoked, man.
Oh, but they were benching.
There's a couple of guys now. I noticed. Benching. Yeah, I noticed last little while too. Does the steroid crowd not think that you can't tell when they started doing steroids a month ago? Because some of these guys are unbelievably huge compared to where they were 6 weeks ago.
Simple tip: if you want to get huge quickly, you don't want to take the fucking route that Joey and I took. Just do steroids.
Yeah,
just do steroids. You'll get there in a second. your body will be fucked up, but like you'll look great for a bit.
It's clean too, apparently now compared to what it was.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I guarantee you they've made massive jumps in that shit. Oh,
yeah.
fuck yeah, man.
I don't have to take horse steroids anymore.
Yeah,
or whatever people were taking back
it's
then.
but like define clean though, because like I see there's a kid that I knew. He's a younger kid. He's maybe 20 now.
Yeah.
Maybe 2021. Whatever. I knew him like when we were younger. Like I played hockey with his older brother.
Yeah.
Kid's a fucking beanpole. A fucking beanpole.
Very small.
At 18 years old, he starts going to the gym, and then out of nowhere, the kid is like, holy fuck, 250 shredded.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, like the kid is fucking huge. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I started working out when I was 16. I think when I was 18, I might have gained like, with a growth spurt included, 30 pounds.
Yeah,
This kid easily gained 100.
So what happened?
Nothing happened. I'm just saying, like he got so big, so fucking fast.
Is he dabbling in needles?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
His genetics aren't that good.
They can't be.
Nobody's are, man.
There's
like,
a couple of guys at Good Life.
like it was an obvious jump.
And like we said on this show before, it's fine if you do it, but
yeah, if I ask and you say you're not, you're a fucking piece of shit.
That's a lot of bumps on your shoulder for someone who's not taking any juice.
Yeah, I don't I don't have a problem with it. Like it doesn't really bother me. But yeah, you better be honest. If you're open about it, you might be one of the coolest people I've ever met because I'm more so interested. Like I'm fascinated now.
You gotta know.
If you're open about it, I want to talk to you now because I want to see what the fuck you're doing. Just because I'm curious, like I'm not gonna do it because fuck that. Like I'm so nervous about.
But you hear stuff about steroids that's
fascinating.
That you can't verify because you don't know anyone who's on it.
I will correlate it to my immediate fascination right now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But I am super into gang shit right now, the Bloods and the Crips and MS. I'm so fascinated by it.
Your Wikipedia rabbit hole.
Yeah, man. I've been watching these fucking interviews and shit. So it's like the same shit. Like with steroids, it's like something that it's like not taboo. Is it taboo? It's like something that I'm just so interested in. Like we'll never do. Like I'll never go join a Crip gang, but I'll also never do steroids.
Never say never.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm already in a fucking couple gangs.
Guys.
And Beaver Chew Crew, man.
What's that? Beaver Chew Crew,
baby.
BCK.
Bob Easy Beezy's fucking OG.
I'd like to get him on the show.
I don't know if he would come on.
He'll come on.
Maybe.
A couple of beers.
Maybe that would be cool if he did, but I don't think
should we? What else do you want to cover? We've done. You know what I regret doing?
We shot the shit about nothing for about 40 minutes.
When we cut to the mid-roll, I didn't see how much time we had on, so now it's just like 6 minutes.
Fuck. Well, it's probably like half hour, 40
something
minutes.
like that. Yeah, we're about 40 in. What else do you want to hit?
You talked about that thing in Greece.
We did zero prep. The Greece thing. I got a lot of problems with the Greece thing. So we're talking about this story.
Yeah, I got some problems.
I want to get my facts straight here, so I'm gonna pull up the group chat so I can just look at the link really quick.
Okay, so
go ahead. Give me the long and short.
I'm not giving you the long story short, but like I have this thing that I do. Like Joey will basically post something in our group chat that we're gonna go over on the podcast, and then I have this thing where I've never heard of the story, never done any of it because I don't really read about this shit. And I immediately develop opinions, and I had a few really quickly on this one. Because I'm at work all day, I don't have time to look at my phone, but I just quickly checked the messages. I'm like, boom, and then now I got something to think about while I work, and I gotta tell you, these things were popping into my head. It was fucking crazy. So, like, what is it? Greece is basically eliminating.
Here's the story.
They're eliminating paper by taxing it out.
So this is okay. So I have a couple of problems with this. The headline, and this is from the Telegraph, so it's not like some kind of offshoot third party news source. Telegraph's a big publication. Greece goes digital in crackdown on tax cheats. Already I got problems, okay?
Tax cheats.
Well, because what does that mean? It means that what? If I spend cash on a fucking tax cheat?
No, but it's like it should be like tax cheats. Like they're labeling people who use cash as tax.
Ridiculous,
cheats.
right?
It's not. It's like it's an option.
To make
it's
it
an
seem
option.
This is something you see in Bitcoin all the time, and what you see is the same headlines about how Bitcoin is only for terrorists and human trafficking and drugs. Like, no, that's not true.
That's called clickbait.
That's not fucking true. So the story is basically that Greeks who don't spend, what is it? Who don't spend 33% of their income in digital mediums. So that's debit, credit,
online purchasing,
something, right? Yeah. Something that's not cash.
Yeah.
It can't be cash. You have to spend 33% of your income outside of cash vehicles, or you get hit with a 22% tax on the total amount that you don't spend. So the example they use here is, let's say I spend 20% of my income digitally, and 12% is sort of the surplus between my spending and the required spending. On the $13 I didn't spend, or 13% I should say that I didn't spend, I get hit with a 22% tax, which is fucking nuts. Now, to me, this is a problem for a couple reasons. One is the title. Like, just because I use cash doesn't mean I'm a tax sheet. Privacy should be a default. It should be a default.
Yeah.
Period.
It's going away.
Period. And it is going away.
That was one of my immediately
It's insane.
developed opinions. I was like, oh, this is about surveillance.
Here's another one.
This is all this is.
Here's another one. You remember what we talked about last week? The negative interest rates thing? How you can't keep cash in a savings account anymore because the bank will take some from you in an effort to stimulate the economy, to force you to spend and consume, to grow GDP. So we talked last week about how...
I don't remember last week at all.
Well, it's all right. It's all right. We talked last week about how some lenders in Germany now, retail banks, so like if Mike or I put money into a bank account, in like a savings account, instead of the amount growing because the interest rate is like, let's say it's 2% or something. That's high for a savings account, but let's say it's like 1%. Instead of that $100 turning into $101 over the course of a year, the $100 would turn into 98 over the course of a year, because the government doesn't want you to save cash. They want you to spend and stimulate the economy.
Yeah, that's
so this is another example of that, because what do you have to spend your 33?
I thought they wanted incentives for you to save money, so you hold money in the bank. Right?
They don't.
Yeah, but they should.
Yeah, but they don't.
The bank does, though.
The bank doesn't either. They don't, because they need you to spend money. The bank makes money more as an intermediary than it does as someone who's paying you interest, right? If no one is taking loans out, if the rates go negative, okay, then maybe people start taking loans, because you can take $100,000 and give back a little bit less in a few years, right?
Sucks.
Crazy. This is the first time we've ever been through this as like a modern society, negative rates.
Yeah.
This is uncharted territory. And I've been saying this for a long time.
It's going to cause a goddamn riot.
Well, it's just insane. Like, how is it possible?
It's only going to be a matter of time before people get really pissed off.
Dude.
With their money just disappearing.
You can't like I said, I talk to your sister about this all the time. So let's say Canada goes negative at some point. Already the government basically says that their ideal system is a system where inflation is 2% year over year. So that means in the perfect world for them, your money drops 2% in purchasing power every year. For sure. Mm-hmm. So you got to invest and make at least 2% every year to stay at zero. Mm-hmm. Then you start talking about shit like this, where if you don't spend the money, they tax you again on it, right? Now, not to mention, do you think that these guys don't tax your paycheck too? So the money you get is taxed. And then when you spend it, it's taxed. And then if you don't spend it, it's taxed. And if you save it, it's taxed. Do you see what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
This is insane. This is insanity.
Yeah, you can't fucking...
This is going on.
I don't know.
And meanwhile, I got people on Twitter. Like, I have totally disconnected from politics on Twitter, because it's just such a waste of time.
Well, it's a cesspool, bro.
It's a distraction from this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
This is the
That's probably what
stuff.
they want you to do,
I don't
right?
know.
That's what they want you to do that.
Who's they?
Yeah.
A tinfoil hat. Where is it?
But it's like...
Give me my tinfoil hat!
No, but it's like, it is like that, though. They definitely are... They have, like, these front men, right? That are, like, causing all this bullshit, like, this stupid drama on
distractions.
Twitter. Exactly. And then they're just like, oh, by the way, negative interest rates.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind us taking 2%.
It is
You're
incredible.
just scraping the top.
It is incredible.
Just taking off the top.
Another...
That's what the mob did.
Dude.
And they get fucking hate for that.
I'm telling you, man. This is like... This negative rates thing should be front page news everywhere. There should be people...
Never will be.
There should be people in the streets about this.
They are giving the fucking media outlets money.
I know.
It's like, no, you can't fucking
that's
print that.
That's another example, right? And like
crazy.
the thing too that I don't understand.
Does this turn into a conspiracy theory podcast?
It fucking could. But the thing is, it's not even a conspiracy theory.
No, it's true.
It's
happening.
Like
it's happening.
if I wasn't so sure this is going on, I'd be
It's
like,
your money.
I can't really confirm it. They're talking about it, or I heard about it somewhere. But it's policy. This is it. It's coming, and it's everywhere. You know what the ECB is? The European Central Bank. Basically, like governs the euro, right? In the eurozone. Mm-hmm. They just put in a new chairman, or it's a chairman or president, I don't know, but it's Christine Lagarde.
Okay.
She looks like the skeleton emoji. She's like literally 1 foot in the grave, other foot on a banana peel.
Part Rockefeller.
Oh fuck, she's so old. Okay, one of her first addresses to her colleagues there is people should reconsider their entitlements. They are not entitled to savings and building wealth. They're entitled to a job and a steady income, but not entitled to savings.
What?
Oh yeah.
What?
Did you even know about that?
What?
How did that not make the news?
How does that make sense?
How did that not make the news? This is coming, man. I'm telling you.
How does that make sense?
This is why, like forget about Bitcoin.
You don't have any say in what you do with your
Forget
money.
about Bitcoin for a sec. Even though I think it's going to be a good vehicle long term. This is why people talk about buy gold, buy diamonds, buy this stuff.
Physically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like buy land, buy all kinds of stuff. But even land, like we talked last week about property tax.
You don't own your
property
land.
tax is like insane.
The government owns
too.
it. You have to take out a fucking permit to build on your shit that you own. It's
a
insane.
deck. You need a permit for a deck.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah.
It costs money.
I'd like to put 30 or 40 wood boards outside my house that I can drink beers on. Money. Okay, $1,000 to us.
$1,000 and we might okay.
Are you paying for the engineer? No, you got to pay for that too. But you got to pay us $1,000. Yeah,
it's fucking crazy. And it's like, and then you own this land, and then you have to pay tax on it.
Yeah.
My parents, I guarantee you, they got fucked because of like our street just boom.
Oh, Dundas,
right?
Yeah.
Like I think my parents bought their house from my grandparents for like reduced rate.
Of course,
right? Like it's in the family. They got a good deal on it.
Right.
And then
which, by the way, is how wealth grows.
Yeah.
Your family takes care of the property and the assets. Yeah.
Man, and we have like a big ass lot on a secluded street.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And it's like one of the last like underdeveloped places, right? Like it's a nice street that's not fucking. What's the cookie cutter housing?
Not every house is
every other house
a
is
mansion that looks the same as the next door neighbor.
Fucking water and you have a house in 3 days. It's like holy fuck. So we have one of them. Like they bought it for a very good price.
Yeah.
It's within the family, and now we have like out of nowhere developers bought fucking couple houses on our street. Now they're $2 million house, $1.5 million house, boom, boom, and then out of nowhere, fucking property taxes, boom,
for sure.
Shoot right up. My parents are like, "What the fuck, man? We just want a nice little place where we can fucking retire and hang out."
Your mom probably knows this, but once both spouses are on fixed income, your property tax becomes tax deductible.
What do you mean?
You get a rebate on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure. Or they're
doing something. Man.
They're doing it now, or they're
See, there's a reason they still live. It's because my mom knows the financial shit
for sure.
So she's got my back. Fucking hopefully, fucking going through this because like I'm gonna learn it, but like I'm gonna need to fucking go through some hiccups, and having her there is gonna be massive
for sure.
She's gonna just tell me what the moves to make, right? And like I don't have to consult.
It's so important to know that, or like have someone that knows that. Because I remember when we were going through our place, like obviously your mom was helping your sister, my dad was helping me, and we never got bad advice. No. But we also never got the same advice that we got from the bank from them.
No,
the bank
no.
never aligned with what our interests were, which is insane.
They want your money.
Oh yeah,
they want your money. They're like, oh yeah, we'll approve you for this.
Yeah,
sure. Go ahead, it's a great move. Go ahead. And then you buy a house that's way out of your league.
Oh fuck yeah.
And you're fucked.
Yeah,
you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like at least like this place is very nice, by the way. But like you guys have a dual income.
That's right.
This is within your means for sure.
And by the way, we have like another year and a bit. Like we took a loan from my dad, but basically like it amounts to paying double mortgage for the first 4 years.
Yeah,
the first term of the mortgage.
Man, you could like I can't stress this enough to people. If help is offered, take it.
Take it for
fucking
sure.
Take it. Like put your pride aside.
Exactly.
Put your pride aside. Who gives a fuck? If you, like man, it's too hard, especially like in this day and age, like with buying property. Like if somebody is willing to help you out, fucking take it. But make sure to pay it back.
Maybe you need to find a good woman to go in on the mortgage with you.
That's easy to find.
Or Will.
Me and Will just get married?
Yeah.
Me and Will are gay now.
2 peas in a podcast. Yeah. It's a new spin-off.
We get married in Scotland.
Oh fuck.
Jesus.
Oh no.
No, I did kind of spitball them to maybe like go in on a house together, but then like we both kind of talked. I was like, yeah, it's probably not a good idea, man. Like I don't want to live with like Will's like my brother, man. Like I don't think I want to live with him in that sense. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like who fucking knows, man? Like maybe like we've been friends for like I'm 26, we've been friends for 26 years.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to be maybe find out we move in together and then we fucking just hate each other
Not as
now.
compatible as you
like,
thought.
do you know what I mean? Like
Oh, yeah.
after this, like it wouldn't. It, like honestly, it wouldn't happen. But I'm not willing to risk it. And like I'd rather just like fuck that. Because like who knows? Like
living on your own is probably so great.
And that's the other thing too. I want my own shit.
Yeah,
I want my own shit. Like I'm honestly willing to rent at this point. Like I'd rather not, but like eventually, like I did find out I do have an RSP. It's like that's not my own.
Yeah.
So it's like it's with it through my union, right? I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't even know I could do it. So I do have like a first time home buyer's option and shit.
Yeah.
So like, and that's like saving. That's like passive saving, right? I don't even notice it. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I got some money in there. I'm like, okay, cool. So, like, by the time I'm a third year, that's when they usually say you should be able to buy a house.
Third year what, working?
Apprentice.
Yeah?
Yeah, because that's when you're making good enough money.
Yeah, that's the time,
to sustain it. Yeah, that's what that's what everyone said. But, like, that being said, these are all old guys that have dealt with a nicer economy.
When they bought their house, it was $8,000.
Yeah, like probably like 150 grand,
man, sure.
150 grand.
Yeah.
I could go to Nova Scotia and buy a house.
Fucking right.
But I don't have a job there, but I get a house.
Yeah, but who cares? You start your own business. Salting.
What? Sell shit to people who have no money?
Oh, buy a salt truck.
yeah,
Mike's salty.
No, but it's
salty boy.
Yeah, I don't know, but like all I can say is like if help is offered, fucking take it, man.
Absolutely.
Because it's too fucking difficult financially. It's fucking crazy, like, and I'm not even in the game yet, and I know I'm like sitting there like it's scary as fuck. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, man.
There's something to be said for what's the best way to put this? Something to be said for people who understand how important it is to get like a foot in the door, and whether it's housing or whatever else.
Man. Holy shit!
Get
Once
a foot in the door.
You're in, bro.
That's right, because you're never gonna be on the street after
you can
that.
just sell the house. And you got a lump sum of cash.
It's funny. We were talking to my dad.
Crazy.
When was this? Last weekend or 2 weekends ago, about like this place and how it's like just about finished the basement and all that. And he was going, he's going, if you guys were smart, what you would do is finish the basement, sell it, and get another place, like move up a little bit, right? Move up a little bit. He said, he's going, because he's not saying it out loud, but I get the feeling he's thinking about selling his house now for the first time. So he's saying, if I could go back and do it again, I would have moved every 4 or 5 years and tried to like time the market as best I could.
Not play the sentimental value.
Right. And like it's hard because obviously he had like my brother and I and when him and my mom were married, we were always doing stuff that was like geographically convenient when we could. Right. Whether there's like the house league or school or whatever, right? So it's hard to move with two kids who were like, had roots down.
But now he's fucking on his own or whatever, right?
Yeah, so he's thinking about moving. He's going, I should have done this before. Because like the equity that you build in a house in 5 years.
That's such a single man or like, you know what I mean? Like unless like if you guys are both, if you and your significant other and children, they don't really have a say, but you and your significant other on the same page, you can make some really good moves,
for sure.
Man. Like dual income. But that's where shit always goes south.
Do you think do you think like neither of us moved when we were kids?
I moved once, but like within
barely. Do you think you would be more well-rounded or like complete if you had moved a couple of times?
I would be more cultured.
You think?
Yeah, well, depending, like, would define move.
I don't know, like move, like if I moved from my place by the mall, my dad's place by the mall, to Dundas, and then moved over to a place on Stone Church, like around here, and then. Like if we kept moving to build equity and build wealth.
No. I don't think you'd be, well.
What would the side effects be for a kid? Sometimes I think about that. Like
you wouldn't know. You just wouldn't have any deep-rooted friends.
You'd know more people, but you'd know them, you'd be a mile wide.
You'd have acquaintances.
Right?
You'd have acquaintances. You wouldn't have like friends. Like, I mean, if you're like moving vastly, like if you're going from like say Canada, you're moving to the States. If you're doing that, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, if you're just like moving within like a 50-kilometer radius or whatever. It's like, no, like you're just meeting like different versions of the same kids, right? Like you're just like different inside jokes, different this, different that. Like nothing is really that different. Like sure, there's different types of kids, but everybody is kind of around the same, I would say. Like we're fucking from Hamilton. Like, it's like how much diversity can you really?
That's the first time you've ever said that.
I'm from Dundas, but you know what I mean. Like that's like what you're gonna get. You're gonna get it's how much diversity can you really get?
Yeah.
Like, sure, there's some. Like, we have, like, a fucking borderline projects, but it's, like...
In Dundas?
No, in Hamilton.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the deeper you get into Hamilton, there's
East
rougher
End,
areas,
sure,
right?
right.
And
North End, yeah.
Yeah, there's rougher areas, so you might get some diversity there. Like, if you went to fucking... Like, say you went to, like, what's that fucking private school up by Mohawk? Hillfield, and then you go to, like, Delta. You know what I mean? Like, you'd meet some different...
Coming from Hillfield to Delta.
Yeah, you'd meet some, like...
Things are a little different here.
A little bit different.
How come there's 50 kids in this class?
Did you hear about that kid? Did you hear about that kid who got jumped and killed in front of his mom?
Yeah, that was like a month or two ago.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. Did you hear about that shit? That was Delta, or was that
somewhere
Churchill?
else? Hold on, let me tell the story. Tell the story.
So yeah.
So this dog was whining somewhere.
So yeah, apparently there was some bullying incident. I don't really know. This kid was getting bullied, and he essentially, like, after, like, long story short, he got jumped. Like there was some back and forth. Not even, like, I think the kid was pretty passive, and then he just got the shit kicked out of him. His mom was coming to pick him up from
Saw
school.
through the fence.
Yeah, and then the kid got beat up so bad, and they fucking killed him in front of his mom. I don't know if he got stabbed or not.
He got stabbed. And I think he had, like, a head injury, too.
Fucking insane. In front of his mom.
It wasn't pretty. Meanwhile, like, up here, even in Westdale, like, I noticed that Westdale High School now, I don't know how these schools get away with this stuff, but I doubt very much Delta has the same thing, or, like, Kathy Weaver, or, like, I don't know what this school on the corner is called, like James McDonald. Delta, Westdale just put in a new football field. It's not turf or anything, it's just grass and a track. They fenced it off and said entry by permit only. So you can't even go on the field if you're, like, a member of the public. I'm pretty sure part of my taxes go to that field.
Oh.
How is that possible?
I'm just curious how you got to that.
Well, because
realization.
you're just saying that, like, a couple of these schools have, like, it's a different world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you think that school where that kid got killed is ever going to fence off their field? Like, they just
they don't have the money for that.
They just had a kid murdered there.
Yeah.
Do you think they fenced off the property?
They might have fenced off the area where he got killed.
Maybe. Caution tape.
Yeah.
But do you think they fenced off the property?
No, absolutely no. They don't have the funding for that.
How is that possible then? How is it possible Westdale can do it?
Because they got the funding. They got a fat school.
Which is nuts.
Fat school.
It's
French
nuts.
immersion. It's a big school.
Yeah.
Like that. Like Westdale was probably one of the king schools, like, for size.
It is for sure.
For size, like, they got to have well over 2,000 kids there.
It's huge.
It's big. Like, I don't know about 2,000, but, like, it's big. But
I see a lot of kids driving their own cars going to park there. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the school that I went to had, like, 400 kids. Like, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
400 kids.
High school?
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
400 kids. I could walk through the hallway. I fucking knew every face.
Our high school had, like, 1,500.
You went to
Brebeuf.
You went to, what is that? Catholic school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that would have more. Like, Parkside was just like, here you go, high school.
1,500 kids, but because it was Catholic school, only one set of footprints in the sand.
Yeah. Fucking, no, like touching up on the stabbing thing, like we always, like, I want to say my school was kind of rough. Like, it wasn't that bad. Like,
Dundas isn't rough.
No, but, like, it was just, like, the Parkside, like, we had kids that weren't from Dundas coming there, and, like it wasn't rough. Like, there was fights and shit, and, like, drugs and whatever.
Sure.
But, like there is anywhere. But I mean, like,
I'm saying, like,
nobody fucking ever got bullied.
There's no weapons.
Man. Like, maybe, like, the odd... Okay, anybody who had a fucking knife at Parkside was not using it.
I think the disconnect isn't maybe... Well, like, for guys in our age bracket, I think sometimes the disconnect isn't necessarily, you know, the socioeconomic level of the school. I think that 20 years ago... I was in high school almost 20 years ago, which is nuts. I think that, like... Yeah, I know. I think that, like, almost 20 years ago when I was in high school... The kids who were, you know, quote unquote troublemakers just didn't have knives no matter what school they went to.
No.
They settled it different ways. And teachers, I think, without getting into the whole teachers being underprepared and under-equipped, teachers were better equipped to handle those situations with those kids because they came from a time when that was where they were too, right? They kind of understand that culture a little bit better.
Fuck yeah.
And now I just don't
that's a
think
good point.
I just don't think it's there anymore because
That's a
teachers
really
now
good
are like
point.
30 years old, like my age, 32, 33.
Yeah, they didn't have to deal with that ever.
And now all these kids are coming in.
Like they weren't like the immediate reaction to like
all these kids are coming.
divide that?
All these kids are coming in. Okay,
they're all coming in.
They're medicated, right?
Oh, they're all on Adderall?
They're medicated at a level they've never been medicated at before. The parents, I don't have to say this about parents. I'm not saying it's only restricted to parents.
Give my kids speed so he can focus.
Well, just generally, like adults in general are working more, right, to make ends meet. We talk about how expensive things are. They're working more. Yeah. They don't have time to be with their families as much as they used to. Yeah. The nuclear family is not the same institution it was 20 years ago. It won't be the same institution 20 years from now. And all these things are influencing cultures in high schools, I think, anyway. And I see it sometimes when I'm coaching too.
Yeah, because you deal with this.
I see it all the time. And the kids, I'll say this, man, the kids warm up to me so fast. And I think partially it's because of my personality, but I also think that they see me a lot. They know me. Like I give them everything about myself, right? Like here's my Instagram, here's my phone number. You need something, you let me know, right? I don't think they get that from a lot of different places. I know, not necessarily from their parents, but their parents might be in that group. Probably more parents are in that group now than were 20 years ago. Like I can't imagine ever getting like a shitty report card in high school.
Fuck.
No, I got them.
Fuck,
yeah, like I can't. I couldn't
imagine getting a good one.
I was gonna say I can't imagine having gotten a shitty one and not having my dad's full attention at the at that night. Interviews. Yeah, I see what you mean. We got to fix this.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. And I get the feeling that before it used to be like parents and teachers versus kids, right? If there was ever a conflict, the parents side with the teachers side with the parents. Now, I'm not so sure. I think that what's actually happening is parents and kids are teaming up against the administrations of schools, right?
Yeah,
teachers included. And
being a teacher,
dude, I think teachers are overpaid and underprepared and underqualified.
Fuck yeah, man.
But I still think they're in dire straits with some of the stuff that they have to put up with.
Man. Like I agree. I disagree with the amount that they're striking and the amount that they want. Yeah. I don't like that because you have to understand, like, they do have one of the best packages
for sure
ever.
It's not close.
It's not even close. Like from like thinking about like what trades deal with, what like you guys deal with. Like it's like I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, you gotta put up. And trust me, I'm not putting this lightly. You gotta put it with kids.
Yeah,
you get 2 months off every fucking best 2 months.
2 months, by the way, is only the summer break. They get like tons of PA
days.
Don't let any educational professional tell you that PA days are work days.
No kidding. They're going to the bar.
They're not going to the bar, but like they're
not.
No, they're going to like
fucking whatever.
They're going to like I've been to a few.
I've seen them.
They're going to like workshops and stuff. I'm not saying it's like a zero value
till like
day.
11 a.m.
Yeah, it's
right.
It's
like that's what I'm saying. Then they go fucking hang out and get drunk after. I know how it goes.
I don't know about that. I won't comment on that.
Whatever. It's and that's fine. So I'm like I'm completely okay with that. Like you guys get that. I understand it. You put up with fucking kids that aren't yours. You can't fucking hit them. You can't do anything to these fucking kids.
out.
No, I'm just saying, like, there's kids that are talking shit, like getting in your face. Like if it was my kid, right? Which this is the reason I don't have kids. And like I'm not gonna lie, at this point, like looking at the way things are going, I don't know if I want to have kids. Like if I meet someone and they're gung ho on having kids, might be able to convince me, but at this point I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'll just make a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's kind of my plan right now. Just make some money and fucking
live it up.
Think what I like live for me now, because like this whole world is fucked up right now. So I'm like sitting there, I'm like, if it was my kid, like I'll do exactly what my dad did to me. Like I would never like close fist beat the shit out of him, but I would always make him know that I could.
A little corporal punishment, right? Not the worst thing in the world.
Man, because nobody does that anymore. You can't like fucking be like, hey man, how about some respect? That doesn't exist anymore.
The thing about people who are, I think,
it's very prevalent.
Again, we're like walking a fine line here about what's acceptable as like a podcast topic, but The thing about corporal punishment
Cancel us. Oh wait, you can't.
is that I think people who are opposed to it assume that it's like the first response to something.
It's not. That's not what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying is you're like, I always knew that if I fucked up, I might have to potentially deal with a consequence.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
I never did, but I might have had to. And that was always like, oh shit, like Dad's pissed. I'm like, fuck. Like,
Yeah.
what's gonna happen? And then
Yeah.
like, it was just like always there, and like I just kind of always respected it. Right? I'm like, okay, fuck, don't piss Dad off.
That's right.
Right? And that's kind of how it should be, and that's like I think. Like, there's no way kids should just be like, kids should just have free reign.
Whatever the hell
Fuck
they
you,
want.
Dad.
Do whatever the hell they want. Yeah.
Fucking being racist on like microphones for Xbox Live. It's
Yeah.
just like, dude, you're white. Stop saying this shit, man.
That does drive me nuts.
It's like, what are you fucking where are your parents? Why are you saying this?
That drives me nuts. It's very clear that playing video games, there's kids on there who are like one quarter my age who are saying stuff that I would never dream of saying
Ever.
in any situation.
Ever. Zero time.
Zero chance.
So I'm like, what?
Oh yeah.
What's wrong with you? You're just
They're
saying the
dropping it
most ridiculous shit.
all over the place.
And it's just like, okay, so what happened in your life?
Yeah.
Like, why is this acceptable?
Yeah.
It's just they just got everything, and then the parents literally can't do anything.
No influence.
You're not, and they're legally not allowed to do anything.
Yeah.
Which is insane. It's like, okay, well, fuck having kids then. That's over. Because like, I'm not putting up with that. There's no fucking way. I will be, if I had a kid and he was like that, and I handled it the way that you should handle that, I would probably be in jail.
Do you remember when this podcast was about hockey sticks and Pokemon cards?
Yeah, that's changed quickly. Eh?
What happened?
Now we're about the children.
We've done probably an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay.
Do you want to do something else?
Yeah, what do you want to do? I
Well,
got nothing.
You have nothing else?
I got nothing,
Do you have
no.
no notes today? Mike's notes?
I was trying to get one before I had nothing, man.
When you
I had a
say
good
when you
week
say you were
today.
trying to get one before we started, do you mean that you were trying to get it like while we were talking about my Twitter
No,
impressions, or like when you were driving up here?
Like when I got off work today, I was like, oh fuck the podcast. I'm like, I gotta think of something to talk about. I'm like, I had a good week.
Mike's notes.
I had a good week this week. I got nothing that like really bothered me. I was just in a good mood.
So, but the last thing I want to talk about
Sure.
is it's like inside baseball for the podcast, but next week is Christmas.
Ooh.
It is. So not next week, but
Fuck yeah.
it is. It's like a week away. So we're going away tomorrow or 2 days from now.
Yeah.
But then we get back and it's basically Christmas Eve.
Can I borrow the mics?
You want to do it?
But the mics?
Yeah, you gonna do one with Will?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll give you this thing.
Bring them tomorrow. Yeah.
I'll put this on my or we gotta release one Friday, right? I'll edit one tonight and I'll do it Friday. I'll release it
Or
Friday.
whatever. Edit it when you can.
But yeah, but you guys can take this, sure. And I said to you and Will, we should do like a 40-minute rotating third mic, rotating
fuck.
fourth mic.
At the thing?
We should do it. We should do it.
Christmas Eve?
Yeah. I think we should do
Holy
it.
fuck.
I think it would be good.
But how are we going to do that?
All the boomers, I'll just get another mic from my brother. My brother's got a mic I can borrow.
No, we're just going to sit down and they're going to come in and just spit
Yeah.
their 2 cents?
That's right. Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
If you want to fucking try
We should do it.
see if they're into it.
Should do it. I think.
Sure,
I think
we'll have a panel.
because everybody will be lit too.
Oh, yeah.
They
Oh,
won't
yeah.
be shy at all.
It might be one of the worst episodes
Yeah,
ever.
who cares?
It'll be a
Christmas
lot of
special,
yelling.
bonus episode.
Like, I'm gonna say turn the volume down.
But you're lucky it's not Patreon only yet. We're not big enough to sell it. We'll just give it to you for free.
Yeah.
Easy.
Sure. I mean, whatever. Yeah, I'm into it. 40 minutes.
Yeah, why not?
We can do 40
A
minutes.
hard 40
Where are we gonna? Oh, I guess we gotta do it. Well,
at the Lloyd's.
yeah, we'll have to run that by them though. Yeah.
Why?
Okay. Well, yeah.
We gotta run it by them. What, we gotta pay for the fucking
I'll
space?
just make sure that they know we're
Pay
doing
for
it.
the studio space?
Fucking make sure.
Salty will be the first one on there. Okay, that's it. Another episode in the books. God bless. Merry Christmas. Next week it's just Mike and Will. So stay tuned and buckle up.